I'm sick. So I think it's a good opportunity to show kind of like what you should do when you're sick, if like your income is dependent on you actually like doing work and stuff like that. No, I'm honestly not one of those guys where it's like
you need to push through it, you need to like be completely disciplined.
I don't know, like go way too hard with it. It'd be different if I was already like lazy. If I was already like half-assing work, half-assing getting stuff done, then yeah, during these days, I would still have to push through and like do stuff. And just for example, today's Monday, so I woke up with a bad cold this morning. Yesterday, I still on Sunday, put in like 8-10 hours of work. And so in Saturday, the same thing. These are things where if I do feel bad on like a Monday or during the work week or whatever, I can afford to have a day where I'm not necessarily like just absolutely pushing through and needing to, you know, go balls to the wall. Doesn't mean I'm doing nothing. It means I'm doing the things that don't require a ton of mental thought. And it's more so just doing, whether that be like editing a video or filming this kind of thing. And also, I've just been watching business YouTube basically for the whole day. And so a lot of it is just kind of gathering information, whether that be how to scale business, you know, how to onboard employees, how to set up a system to where you can onboard customers. Like, how do you teach customers to be customers, right? You have a system that they're not used to. How do you do that? And these are all things that I would need to know. Or if I don't know, that could certainly help me going forward. And so it's not to say that I'm not doing anything. And it's not also to say that you should be going balls to the wall. I personally believe that if you do put in a lot of effort most of the time, then you'll still see the same results. Like if somebody were to tell me today, well, you didn't push hard today, so now you're 1 day behind. Okay, like I'm 1 day behind. Or the amount of money that you have at 32 and 141 days old is the amount of money I'll have at 32 and 143 days old. Like it doesn't make that big of a difference. And again, it'd be different if I was like, you know, not putting in effort any of the other times that I was, you know, working when I am healthy and up to it. But it's kind of like, I'll relate everything back to fitness too. It's kind of like when you are on track with your diet and lifting and you're very consistent, and then you get to a holiday, you don't need to stay on your diet during that holiday. It's my personal belief. Yeah, if you have certain goals that want to push it to absolute extremes, like if you're dieting for a bodybuilding contest and you know the contest happens to be 3 days after Thanksgiving, you probably shouldn't eat what you want on Thanksgiving. But like for general purposes, like it's not gonna make, that's why we do it, right? You know, you work hard so that the days that you know you don't need to, that's kind of the goal. So I don't know if that made sense, but that's kind of my opinions on it. There's a bunch of people that are like, you need to absolutely push through it, and they like kind of red pill the thing way too hard. It's kind of annoying to me. So long as you just do the things that you need to do on a consistent basis, there will be times where like you can allocate your energy to different things that don't require a ton of mental thought. And it's not like, oh, like you only put 4 hours in today when you're sick, I put in 16, so I'm just better. Like, okay, congrats.
Yo, so I just got an email about one of the YouTube videos I just posted. So the last episode of the Building a Business, episode 10, and it was from a comment that somebody made. Usually I don't get comments, so I was like, oh, I must have gotten a pretty good response, things like that. And usually anything within like the double digits of views is like a pretty good video. So anything like over 10 views, and I'm like, all right, you know, it was kind of worth it, whatever. But anyways, I go on to YouTube Studio to reply to the comment. And check this out. 120 views, 2 comments, 7 likes. How cool is that? And I even gained a few subscribers from it. Like, that's freaking awesome. So I'm actually kind of ecstatic, especially because like I put a lot of time into editing them, and I mean they're not like the best edits or anything like that. They're not like professional grade, but I have no experience with editing. I'm not hiring an editor, things like that. So I'm just kind of like figuring out as I go. I'm slow with it, but like I try. You know, when I go through a whole video and then I kind of post it and it gets like 5 views, I'm like, you know, whatever. And like 3 of them are from my mom and stuff. Like it's a little tough, but this one was pretty good. And then, you know, the comment, which I'll share on the last clip of this video, because I want to create a series where at the end of the videos I respond to my favorite comment, and I'm gonna just be responding to like all comments anyway, especially because I don't get many. It's quite easy, but I want to like highlight my favorite comment from the previous video, just to like let you guys know that I do appreciate all your comments and support and things like that. But it was super cool to see people like interacting with it and liking the content, and like, yeah, keep it coming. And I'm like, awesome, yeah, it's kind of cool. It was worth it. It was worth it. So 120 views, first time for a long form video to be in the triple digits, which is sick. Usually I've gotten some shorts up there, but the long form content usually, if it gets into the double digits, I'm happy. So getting to triple digits, 120, awesome. Also, if you guys can't notice, I am still a little bit stuffy, but feeling better. So the past 2 days has been doing whatever work that didn't require too much mental effort, some video editing here and there. You know, I said before in the last clip, just like watching business YouTube, things like that, learning how to set up organizations, kind of cleaning up the back end processes of like organizing and all that stuff. But now I'm back on it where I'm able to interact, film. I'm just like a bit stuffy, but you know, we're back on the horse. I feel better. I feel good. Time to get rolling again. But just to illustrate what I meant from the last clip especially, I wanted to reiterate the fact that in order for you to be able, ooh, my camera's bad. In order for you to have the ability to take those days off when you're like sick, or at least like maybe not go so hard, because I didn't take fully off. Like I was still probably doing like 4 to 5 hours worth of work. In order to be able to do that, you have to be locked in all the other days, and that even includes weekends and things like that. So mentally, I'm like, okay, I really don't feel good at all, like physically, mentally, everything. Like it's just not gonna be a productive day. Therefore, I'm just gonna do like the easy stuff today, the stuff that I know I should be doing anyway, but just like easier, and I wouldn't feel bad about it, right? The only reason why I'm okay with that is because I do work hard every other day. And so if I was lazy every other day, I wouldn't be able to take time off on those days where I feel sick, because that's just adding to it. So for everyone's like, oh, well, no, you need to be disciplined, this and that. And it's like, yes, you do. You should be, like, most of the time, pretty much all the time. But especially the days when like you really can't get anything done, that's where you can like slow up. I think personally, I don't know. There's 2 ways of looking at it. You can like push on the gas pedal and try to push through it, but at some point there's just days where it's like you're just not going to see any outsized returns. And so you can allocate what you do to be more favored for how you're able to perform, right? And so it's not to say that I just played video games all day or just completely didn't do anything. It was just to say that I did things that would help me with the business, but that didn't require actual physical work because I physically felt bad, right? If that makes sense. And so, you know, I learned a bunch of good ideas, especially about like, okay, if you're raising prices, you know, how to have like a price anchor. And so I got to be raising prices soon from free to actually charging people for my services, because right now I'm doing it for free. So if you're seeing this and you're interested, get in now because it is free. But these are things like I learned how to do on days where I'm sick, and so it's gonna help me, right? It's just not like physical work of me trying to go in and analyze DNA and things like that, where I'm just like, I just can't do this right now. So that's what I was basically trying to get at. It's not the fact that you should not be disciplined. It's just the fact that if you are disciplined on every other day, there's gonna be certain days where, you know, things come up where you're sick, and it's just, you know, unfortunate. But those are the days where it's like you can allocate your time to other things that don't necessarily require work, because you were disciplined on those other days when you could have slowed down, but you didn't. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap the video up here, but as I said before, I'm gonna go through my favorite comment of the previous video, and then I'm gonna share it with y'all. So my favorite comment from the last video was from Murad Babayev, I think that's how you pronounce it, 2928, and it says, "This is sick. Congratulations on your first big win. I'm also building a business, so this was absolutely refreshing. Keep them coming." So, you know, thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. You're also building a business, so, you know, if you haven't made your first sale, hopefully this was a good little inspiring video to get you there. And if you've already done that, then I appreciate your support as well. But yeah, the whole goal of this channel is just to build a nice big community of just like-minded people that are supporting each other, supporting our wins, helping each other out and grow. You know, 2 works better than 1, and many works better than 2. So let's create a nice little community here and support each other, share ideas, even you know, interact with each other so that we can all grow together and make it, basically. So yeah, if you guys like the video, like, share with another person, subscribe, all that stuff. Comment, because I will be going through all comments and replying to them. I replied to that comment. And then maybe you'll also make it into the video. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.